If I relapsed at any point in time throughout this entire journey, I would lose practically all of the benefits overnight and have to start from day one all over again.
It's like, are you fapping like once a week? That's probably like a good level of progress. Perhaps a month from now, fap every 8 days, 9 days, 10 days, perhaps.
Leave your phone charging up downstairs in another room, just away from you when you go to sleep.
It truly does not matter how many times you fall down, because every time you do, it is just a learning experience that is meant to make you stronger.
You are allowed to relapse.
Go and take the L and go for a walk. So much conflicting advice, so many half-truths, it almost makes it difficult to quit. If you follow the instructions in this video, not only will it be impossible for you to fail, it will be easy, you won't have to use willpower, you won't have to cut down, and it will be enjoyable throughout the process. Sounds good, right? I was following my own advice, and hopefully you can see why I've been able to change my mind. We emphasize critical thinking here. And I thought that video was sufficient. I said that should be the last NoFap video you watch because you need to stop thinking about this thing. But that wasn't the way. So I was following my own advice and I was cutting down, I was reducing the frequency, and I thought that was a good thing. Because surely after having built up a habit over years, reducing the frequency, that's progress, isn't it? But the problem with cutting down is that you anticipate the next hit. You anticipate the next hit, and the thing is you remain in the trap. You think if you do it once every 4 days and then you bring that down to once every 5 days, that's real progress. And it is in some sense. But you stay trapped. And this was the problem. And I made very good progress at one point. I got over a month. I thought I'd just go and check and make sure that I didn't have that addiction anymore. Just make sure, have a look at the sites, just make sure that it doesn't affect me anymore, and back in the trap. 3 days, 6 days, 2 days, 4 days, again and again and again, fallen straight back into the same trap. Just from that one little peak. It can be difficult, but it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be if you understand the fundamental thing. I was watching a video from a mate of mine, and he was talking about how Hamza's NoFap advice can actually be dangerous. What? That's strange. It doesn't sound like it would be. The thing is, it can be, because it can keep you in the trap. Maybe he doesn't realise this because he himself said that it's not something that he struggled as hard with as many of his followers, right? But it was something that plagues many of us. So in this book, it's called the Easy Peasy Method, a free ebook. It finally clicked. The solution was right in front of me this whole time, right in front of us this whole time. Something we've talked about on this channel many times, but I hadn't realised it. What do you think it was? Our beliefs. It's our beliefs that define our actions, and the reason why I relapsed, or why anyone relapses, is because of a belief that somewhere, somehow, there's still some value in it somehow. There's still some value on going to the hub. It satisfies that urge, right? To go on the hub or go fap. But realise that that urge itself is caused by fapping or going on the hub. The things that fapping relieves are caused by fapping itself. But isn't it fine? Isn't it safe and healthy? Healthline says it's fine. Doesn't it reduce the risk of prostate cancer? But at the same time, we understand how damaging it is for our minds, that it sexualizes our consciousness. For so many of us, for so many people, their main interaction, mental interaction, which is still an interaction with women, is thinking of them in this messed up way. Think how destructive and dehumanizing that is. It's atrocious, man. But a lot of the time it's not our fault because it's put everywhere. Sexuality, promiscuity is pushed in our faces. And if we have that belief that it's somehow of value, or somehow it's curiosity, or that we need to explore this for ourselves, we go straight back into the trap. Right? This is something that has been designed to keep us on there. And in this book it talks about the little monster and the big monster. The little monster is our physiological urge, our craving to do it, that's caused by the dopamine peaks and all of that. But the big monster is the brainwashing, it's the beliefs that make us think that there's some value in it somehow. And even if you think, oh, but I'll just stop watching the hub, I'll just fat by itself, right, and I'll try and restore my mind. But the problem is, with something like this that relies on dopamine peaks, understand that addictions that rely on dopamine, they want you to have a bigger reward. Once you open Pandora's box, you have to close it. You can't leave it half open or open again. So one day when you have a more stressful day, what you'll end up doing is wanting a bigger reward. And what that does, straight back into the trap, right? So it can be very difficult to overcome if you have that mindset, if you have these beliefs. But if you're able to change your beliefs, if you're able to see it for what it is, and see that actually, there is no value in this at all. There is no value. It's destructive upon your life, and understand that it's a chain reaction. If you do it now, and if you don't close Pandora's box, if you don't stop this chain, it will stay with you. You have to be able to change your beliefs, because without changing your beliefs, you still think there's value there. And you'll just go for one little peek just to have a look, because that you still have that curiosity, you still think it has curious value when it doesn't. And you go straight into the peaks, you go straight back into it. So there's no such thing as just one little peak. And the reason why you can't use willpower is because willpower makes you think that there's somehow difficulty in it, that it's difficult to stop. But that belief is destructive towards yourself, because once you change your beliefs and once you understand how harmful this thing is, it's not difficult to stop. It's enjoyable, because you realize that these monsters, these beliefs within you, they're dying out. They're dying out every single time you feel the urge and you resist it. Without willpower, but through your beliefs, by understanding. Because think of the non-user. The non-user doesn't use because they see no value in it. It was simple, it was right in front of us this whole time. But we just have to be able to realize it. So willpower makes you think that it's difficult, and willpower has a limited capacity. Your beliefs do not. If you believe something, then you can stay true to that. Throughout adversity, you can stay true to it. All you have to do to stop is stop using today. You can stop today by being able to change your beliefs, by understanding that there is no value. Stop today and don't mope about it. Be excited, because now you're free. You're free. You're free from the slavery that has plagued you. And you don't have to go back to it at all ever again. Isn't it marvellous to be free after all of these years? For me, it definitely was. But there's only so much that I can get across to you in a video. So it's in the description. Go read that. Go read that ebook. It's completely free. It's not mine. But it's helped me significantly in being able to step away from this. And it's been an amazing, amazing thing to finally be free. So go read that. Change your beliefs. Let them serve you. Your thoughts should serve you. And remember, bro, keep improving.